Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today's video is when they get embarrassed of your loud voice when introducing you to pro heroes. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. You bounced on the balls of your feet, a wide grin plastered on your face. Today was the day Katsuki and Ijiro had finally agreed to introduce you to some of the pro heroes. You'd been begging them for ages, eager to meet the legendary figures that you'd only heard stories about. "Are you sure about this shitty hair?" Katsuki grumbled, although his hand found yours, and gave it a reassuring squeeze. "They're going to think that we adopted a stray golden retriever." Ijiro chuckled, ruffling your hair. "Come on, Katsuki. She's excited. And besides," he leaned in, "they're going to love her." You beamed at that, feeling a warm spread through you at their affection. They really were the best boyfriends a person could ask for. The agency was bustling. Pro heroes and their hero costumes zipped past, a whirlwind of vibrant colors and powerful quirks. Your eyes widened at every turn, trying to identify heroes that you recognized from TV or news reports. Katsuki, ever the protective one, kept a firm grip on your hand, pulling you through the crowd. Ijiro walked on your other side, his presence a comforting anchor. Finally, you reached a large common area where a group of heroes were gathered. You immediately recognized Denki Kaminari and Hantasaro, their faces lighting up when they saw Katsuki and Ijiro. You knew that they were their friends, but you'd never seen them before. "Bakugo, Kirishima, about time you showed up." Kaminari grinned. Then his eyes landed on you, and you could tell that he was curious. Before Katsuki or Ijiro could say anything, you, in your boundless enthusiasm, practically beloved. "Hi everyone, I'm Mayan. It's so great to finally meet you all. I've heard so much about you." A hush fell over the group. Kaminari's jaw dropped slightly. Sarah's eyes widened, and even a few other heroes that you hadn't noticed yet turned to stare. You saw it then, the slow, creeping flush that started at Katsuki's neck and spread to his ears, and the way Ijiro's usually confident smile faltered just a touch. They exchanged a quick, mortified glance. "Lion, inside voice, damn it," Katsuki said through gritted teeth, his voice a low growl that was barely audible compared to your recent outburst. Ijiro, ever the peacemaker, quickly stepped in. "Right, everyone, this is Wayan. She's our amazing partner." He clapped you on the back, a little too hard, clearly trying to distract from the echoing silence. You, completely oblivious to their mortification, just beamed brighter. "I've always wanted to meet you, Kaminari. Your quirk is so cool. And Sarah, your tape is incredibly useful." You continued, gushing about their abilities, your voice projecting across the entire room. Kaminari, recovering from his initial shock, managed a strained laugh. "Wow, you've really done your research, huh?" He shot a bewildered look at Katsuki and Ijiro. Sarah, always more composed, just chuckled. "It's, nice to meet you too, Ayan." Katsuki, clearly at his limit, pulled you a few steps away from the group. "Ayan, what the hell was that? You sound like you're trying to hail a taxi from the moon." You pouted, your enthusiasm momentarily deflating. "But I was just being friendly. I'm excited." Ijiro joined you, his hand gently on your arm. "We know you're excited, sweetheart, and we love that about you. It's just, some of us are used to, slightly less volume in indoor settings." He gave you a sheepish smile, especially when meeting new people for the first time. You finally noticed the lingering glances from the other heroes, some trying to stifle their laughter. A wave of belated embarrassment washed over you. All right, you had a tendency to get a little loud, especially when excited. "Oh," he mumbled, your cheeks flushing. "Oops, was I too loud?" Katsuki sighed, running a hand through his spiky hair. Too loud doesn't even begin to cover it. You practically shattered the sound barrier. Despite his gruff words, he leaned down and pressed a soft kiss to your forehead. But, he added, reluctantly pulling you into a hug. They know you're ours now, loudmouth or not. And then he pulled back. It was then Ijiro who wrapped an arm around your shoulders, pulling you into a comforting hug. Exactly. They'll get used to it. And besides, your enthusiasm is contagious. He winked. He buried your face in his chest, still a little red. But a smile tugged at your lips. Even if you'd mortified them slightly, they still loved you. And really, what more could you ask for? As they led you back to the group, Katsuki grumbled a half-hearted apology about you, and your lack of an indoor voice filter, while Ijiro just laughed and introduced you again, this time with a more subdued but no less proud tone. You managed a much quieter, "It's lovely to meet you all," and watched as the hero slowly relaxed, a few still chuckling. You knew you'd probably be the subject of a few jokes among them for a while, but looking at Katsuki's exasperated but fond expression and Ijiro's reassuring smile, you knew it was worth it. After all, a bit embarrassment was a small price to pay for being with the two heroes who loved you, loud voice and all. Thank guys for listening to this beautiful story. I actually love this one because usually when I get invited to a place or a party, I usually don't notice how many people are actually looking at me when I'm talking, and I tend to talk loudly if I'm excited about something. So I've basically experienced this multiple times, and yeah, it's honestly a bit of a embarrassment. I'm embarrassed myself, so I can't even say nothing about them. So yeah, tell me if you've ever experienced something like this before, and if you did, how did you get out of the situation and how did you feel about it, and did anyone feel embarrassed by you? Oh my god, that is such a bad thing to say. Anyway, I've been getting a lot of requests in the comments, and I just wanted to say that for a few people, I will actually make the requests that they do ask for, and because some of them have been viewing my stuff for a very long time, so I felt like they needed that. So basically, that's what I'm going to do. I'll text a few people or comment on their or reply on their comments and basically tell them that they have this amount of requests that they can ask for, and I will do them for them. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and goodbye.